Hey guys, what's going on? It's Kendall here at the Alamo Draft House for the red carpet of Red. Check it out. You play William Cooper, and he's kind of an interesting character because he's this kind of hitman, but yet a family man at the same time. So what was it about this character that, really made you want to do this film?
Well, yeah, it was exactly that, actually. One of the interesting things about this character is, he's a tough guy. He's a hitman, and he's doing a particularly rough job. But on the polarity of that, he's a family man, and it's not often that I've had the opportunity to play both sides of that coin. So yeah, it was a lot of fun.
So how would you best describe this movie to people who are kind of wanting to see it? Because it's kind of an interesting dynamic. When I first went to see it, I wasn't sure if it was going to be a total comedy or, what kind of mix it was.
You know what, that's a very good question. It's not one that I can actually answer at this point in time because I actually haven't seen the film yet. I'm going to see it tonight for the first time.
Really?
Yeah, I've seen bits and pieces of it along through the process, so I'm really thrilled to see it. And everybody who has seen it says really, really great things about it, so I'm really excited.
Well, I think it was awesome, and now I can't wait to see it. We're ready to get to talk to you tomorrow morning, so I can't wait to hear your reaction.
Great, you'll get the scoop then.
Last night was the first time for you to see Red during Fantastic Fest. What did you think?
I loved it. I loved the film. It's you never know how a film's going to turn out, and this one I really had no idea. When you get such an amazing, eclectic group of people together, you never know what's going to happen. But this was really fun. It was a real fun barrel of laughs, and I thoroughly enjoyed it, and the audience thoroughly enjoyed it. So I'm looking forward to it getting released.
Yeah, well, I thought it was great, and I was so shocked that you hadn't seen it yet. Well, so you play William Cooper, who is kind of this interesting character. He's kind of the bad guy, but yet kind of good. At parts you're kind of like, I don't like this guy, but then he has this interesting family character, so you almost feel sorry for him at some point. So tell me about this character.
Well, yeah, the character's his name is William Cooper, and he's effectively a CIA officer. He's a hitman, and at the same time he's trying to balance this family life, which immediately to me is really kind of interesting. You don't see that too often. So through the course of the film, I get given the job to hunt down Bruce Willis and his band of sort of renegade retired agents. And through the course of the movie, I sort of come to learn more about what's going on, and I get given an opportunity to decide what to do. So it's a really interesting character arc.
Okay, so let's talk about this cast. The cast blew me away.
It's ballistic, isn't it?
Yes.
I mean, you've got Bruce Willis, Morgan Freeman, Helen Mirren, John Malkovich, Richard Dreyfuss, Ernest Borgnine, who has been around since like eternity. It was insane, and it was a really amazing experience getting to work with them all. And I've got Brian Cox. How could I forget Brian Cox? And it's funny. They're really funny.
Yeah. I was just so shocked that they could get everybody in one place at one time, Everybody seems to have their own things going, and it was just so neat to see all you guys come together and work together in that way. So there's this really big fight scene with Bruce Willis. First of all, not that many people get to have a fight scene with Bruce Willis. What was that like?
It was a lot of fun. It was very grueling, as you can imagine. We shot it over about 3 weeks, and I certainly, got a few battle wounds from it. But it's not every day you get to pick up Bruce Willis and throw him into a bunch of furniture.
Right.
Yeah, it's kind of it was pretty amazing. He's John McClane.
Right. So I heard that whenever you were training, doing research on your character, you actually got to talk to a CIA agent.
Yeah, we did, and that was fascinating. We had Robert Baer, who's a former CIA officer, and it was a really interesting and informative talk with him. I read all his books, yeah, it was pretty amazing. He talked a lot about the old school CIA versus the new school, which is kind of what I represent. And my character kind of relies more on technology, whereas Bruce's character relies more on human intel and.
Right.
You know, and that's, you can see that in the film, is the
Yeah.
the young guns using all the satellites and all
Right.
the technology, and they're out there doing it old school. So
Well, so, okay, I know this is based off of a graphic novel, and without giving too much away for the ending, you know, William Cooper kind of helps the old school agents out in a way. So if there was, say, a sequel or another, if they elaborate on it, how would you think it would play out? Would he kind of join their old school forces, or?
yeah, that's a good question. I mean, you know, you know, I think that, you know, it'll be really interesting to see. You know, we'll wait till this film comes out, and
Sure.
if the audience like it, then I know the studio's definitely keen to make another one, and I would love to be a part of it.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for talking with us,
Thank
and
you.
we're glad you're in Austin, and I think audiences everywhere are going to love it.
Well, thank you very much. Pleasure to be here.
Thank you.